So
we are watching Obi-Wan too.
We're watching Obi-Wan now too. So it's
Holy smokes.
That's a hard question.
We'll leave that for another episode.
Yeah.
May the Force be with you. Okay.
And also with you.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
Anakin, may the Force be with you.
May the Force be with you.
Now I feel like I'm in church.
I know.
Born in a land by the railroad track where the river soaks you through and there's no way back. You offer me your hand smoking big cigars while you're singing for your supper in a beat-up bar. And his love rides the truck stops home.
So we got Arbor North all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, joining us with Bandwagon TV's Joyride. How you doing, you two?
Good,
Great.
thank you.
Thanks
How
for
are
having
you?
us, Nick.
Hey, we are really excited. You know, you have a great story. I wanted to talk about a little bit about your background, who you are, especially for our audience that are maybe not familiar, or maybe everybody who's just trying to learn a little bit about you. If you don't mind explaining a little bit about your musical background, where you're from, and your musical influences.
Well, my name's Michael.
And I'm AC.
And we're
Arbor North.
That's like so like routine now. We just do, you know. So I'm originally from upstate New York, but I've lived in Nashville for about 15 years now. And I went to Belmont University, and then I worked after I graduated Belmont, I worked full time as a drummer in Nashville for about 10 years or so. Studio and live work mainly in the country market. Several years ago, I was fortunate to be a part of a country trio called Lockland, and we were around for 3.5 years, and that was a great experience. And just doing Arbor North has been so much fun. And Arbor North started about
It started a little bit last year.
Yeah,
in the
in
sort
like
of
summer
progress
summer of last
yeah.
year or so. And when we started to explore the idea, we started writing together, and it was going really well. It was a lot of fun, and we were like, let's do it. But so that's been great. And gosh, my influences. There's really not a genre of music that I dislike, and I know that sounds whatever, but I absolutely love every kind of music. I adore country. I grew up with hard rock, classical, funk, and R&B, jazz. Everything. I love every single style, and it's been a lot of fun, of course, working with my wife.
Hey, I didn't think I said that yet. You two are married.
Yeah.
In case everybody was like, on the edge of their seats, like, are they a dual couple?
Yeah.
Are they a thing?
Are they a thing?
Very much so.
We are most definitely a thing.
Yeah. And I grew up in northeastern Ohio, so both of us from the north, which is where the north comes from in Arbor North. And very much so, like Michael, I also grew up really liking every genre of music and being involved with every genre of music. And I have heavy influences growing up in country music, in classic rock as well. Also in classical, I studied classical voice for about 10 years. That was really my first dive into vocal performance. And so I was singing Italian arias and singing in French and German and all these different languages. And then on top of that, I also did musical theater a lot. So that's where I sort of developed my love of the stage. And then I actually went to college for biochemistry, which is so out there and unrelated. And I loved that. I got my degree, and I decided after that to pursue music. And so I started out with my own artist career for a while. And it was actually because of those two different careers that we met.
So I love your story, as a band, but also as a couple. You've continued this relationship long distance, but you made it work. And I feel like you two, obviously, there are some differences, but also a lot of similarities in terms of taste and music. And I'm assuming writing as well. Is that what brought you two together, you think?
The way the two of us met, we met at an event in Nashville. This was February of 2020.
February of 2020, right before.
Literally right before the world shut down.
And we knew of each other for a couple years before that through a mutual friend, and because we were in a lot of the same circles, doing a lot of the same events, but we hadn't really formally met or had a conversation.
Right.
So
exactly.
February 2020 was the first time that we really got to do that.
We actually met, and so we met at this event called Country Radio Seminar in Nashville, and basically all the radio promoters from across the country and artists, a lot of country artists, come to this one event, and they all, network and everything. So AC was there, and my former band, Lockland, was there. And we shared a dinner table at this one artist dinner.
Yeah.
And so we had our first conversation there, and I remember we were talking about production, music production. We were talking about production, and I was like, oh wow, she's pretty cool. But the funny, the funny thing is that we didn't actually have a romantic connection right then and there.
Yeah.
We had a great conversation, and I remember being like, "Oh wow, like she's really cool. Like,
yeah, same.
Like she's an incredible artist and awesome." And so COVID hit, and then months went by. I had posted a photo on Facebook. She commented on it, and her name popped up, and it said AC Jones, and she wrote her comment, and I saw her name, and I was like,
kind of got excited.
I did, and the way I describe it is it was like a divine prompting. I mean, definitely from the Lord, because it was one of those things where it was just like, just reach out to her. And so I was like, ugh. And so as the young kids say these days, I slid into the DMs, and I was super professional,
super business professional. Like, hello, AC. How are you faring during this trying time? Like, I hope you're doing well. Congratulations on your success on radio or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Super professional.
And it was funny because that actually truly is the only intent that I had.
Yeah.
I was just like, okay, I'll just reach out and just another fellow artist. And long story short, we have never stopped talking from that day forward.
It's a great story. I personally, maybe because I identify, so I love it. I wanted to ask in terms of your writing, because I know that you wrote, I'm going to talk about the new single here in a second, You and Me and Jesus, but were you guys sharing different lines, lyrics? You know, I know that you weren't living at that time, I don't think, in the same city.
We weren't. At that time, we were engaged at that time. And so we had a few visits where we got to see each other in person, you know, but mostly it was all Zoom. And so we would talk over Zoom every night, and then we would also write over Zoom. And so You, Me, and Jesus was a Zoom write for us. We did a little bit over Zoom. It was funny because I remember it's one of the longest sessions that we had. It spanned over a couple of days and a couple different sessions. Some of it was over Zoom, and then we put a list of ideas for the chorus of like kind of what we wanted to say, but we couldn't quite figure out how to say it. And I remember we walked away from Zoom. We both had things to do that day, and at some point you texted me, and it was just a chorus. And I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, is this supposed to be a chorus? Like, that's awesome. Okay." So I went through and we kind of took that chorus then, and I sent some lines back and edited some lines, and then he sent some back and edited some. So some of it was over text even too.
Yep.
So it was just kind of a really different sort of write for us.
Is it different now being in person? Like, I mean, obviously now doing this and being creativity, being together in the same room. I mean, is it a different vibe than I guess doing it over Zoom?
Yeah, I'd say so. I mean,
just because he doesn't freeze in
that's
the middle
true,
of the
yeah.
write, so that's like, always good.
I have a great idea.
What's the idea?
Like, oh, lost him. Oh, and I forgot the idea.
Certainly makes it a little bit smoother, but I think the process is similar.
It is similar.
As far as the process goes.
And it's just nice being together to be able to do things, and Zoom was great. We're very thankful for it.
I'm assuming too then, and also not only did you share this love of music, but then you also shared your love of faith. Writing this song together, I know from just, you know, your website and the biography of you two, and you know that this was going to be the wedding song. Are you surprised of how quickly this picked up for, I mean, now I almost feel like everybody that met maybe during COVID or maybe post, because everybody's getting out of the house, and and maybe because they couldn't get married, now they are getting married. Are you a little surprised, or is this kind of like maybe not a surprise that this song has picked up so quickly?
We were surprised, I will say. I mean, the response to the song is obviously very personal for us, and it's just pure and simple, our hearts. It took us it was like three different separate sessions, you know, as we were just talking about, to write it, and those sessions were pretty tear-filled, and you know, just because we were writing our vows to each other, and so it's a very intimate song for the two of us. And so approached the production of the music, because we actually produce our own music as well. And so when we approached the production, we were like, let's just make it really stripped down and simple, and just let the words really carry, and just really paint a picture with it. Yeah. And so it was very personal for us. And so when we released it, obviously we had hopes that people would
and
like it.
You strategically plan with everything to say oh, it's a wedding song, so let's release it around wedding season. And then you do your best to promote in the places that you can. And this song had a lot of latitude in terms of, you know, it was a country song, but it was also kind of a CCM type song. It was also a wedding song. So there were a lot of avenues that we were able to promote it. And of course, you always have the highest hopes for that, and you do your best. But even with all the planning, sometimes things just don't take off. Things don't, you know. So
needless to say, on our music video on Facebook, we were
that was
what a blessing that was. It's over 500,000 views on that video, and then it's funny because on our Spotify, we're starting to notice that it's starting to get put on a lot of personal playlists for so-and-so's wedding.
But yeah.
For a Stan's song I did. Like, so people are actually hearing the song and
making it a part of their day.
Making it a part of their special day. And that's, oh my gosh.
That's huge. That hits you right here for us.
It does. It just, yeah, it's incredible.
And that's where I wanted to go with that. I mean, personally, making it so personal, but now you're sharing this love of both the love that you two shared, now that another couple is sharing the same thing, and I can only imagine how good that feels between you two and just writing music in general and producing it.
Quite an honor, really.
Yeah,
I mean, truly, it's an honor.
Well, I just wanted to congratulate you two, and we're going to mention the song here before we here after the lightning round. But I've also noticed that just being on wedding playlists, but the radio with Spotify, it's getting a lot of hits, and I only can expect it more streams, and so I'm really happy for you two.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, well, enough of these the kind words. It's time to get into the lightning round where I'm gonna be a little tough. So I hope you two are ready. So I'm gonna pull over the white lightning. AC and Michael, are you ready?
Oh, so ready.
I think so.
Okay, here we go. We're gonna pull over the white lightning. We're gonna get into the lightning round, but before we do, we love promoting local businesses, small businesses, and we're hoping that you have a local business that you want to promote with us today.
Absolutely.
I know.
Yeah, we're not married. We do. So we're based in Nashville, Tennessee, and there's a really great little, it's a French cafe pretty close to us. It's called Little Gourmand, and it's just a really small little mom and pop kind of a place. I think they opened up one other location here. It's just a beautiful store.
Little
just
pastries, little espressos. And it has a shop too in it. So
and
really cool.
they bake like super fresh bread every day, and it's one of those things where when they're out, they're out.
Well, you're speaking my language. I think that might be one of my vices is French pastries and bread. I love bread, especially fresh bread.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Okay. Well, I love that. We're going to promote them, and I think that my wife and I are going to have to make a trip to Nashville and visit that little French cafe. Yes. All right. Well, we wanted to promote our local business. It's veteran-owned, so I've been trying to grow this beard out. So, Michael, if you are interested, we got Lombard hair lotion, okay? So it's actually two brothers. Alan, I believe, he was leaving Camp Pendleton one night. He realized he needed some stuff for his hair. He couldn't find any products, so he decided that him and his brother needed to make their own. So it's called Lombard hair lotion. You can find them at Lombard hair and lotion. So they're great brother duo here, small business. But it's really, I can tell, my beard isn't some rough Brillo pad. It's nice and lush and soft, and it glistens, I think, in the sun. So.
Oh wow.
That's awesome.
Magic. It's magic in a bottle, Michael. You're gonna love it.
Gotta nurture the mane. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Well, I'm trying to grow my hair out too, like you, man. You got that luscious flow going on there. Oh,
there's a lot of hair here.
There's a lot of hair. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Our poor drains.
Yeah, I know.
So you two being a couple, being married, I figure, you know what, we're going to maybe do a little bit of fun test, a little fun quiz.
I'm ready.
Okay. You're sharing some of the same, interests, so I might as well ask this. Okay, this is for you, AC, about Michael.
Okay.
If Michael could only watch one of these movies for the rest of his life, Star Wars, out of the Star Wars franchise, or Star Trek, which one would it be?
I'm going to say Star Wars.
You're right.
Because
I love Star Trek.
A little
I love Star
clip
Trek.
of it's on at least every. We have a Star Wars night at our
every Wednesday
place
night.
Every single Wednesday night. So it's got to be Star Wars. It's got to be Star Wars.
I couldn't help but notice, AC, you are also a Star Wars fan.
I am.
Okay, so both you two, what's the go-to Star Wars movie that, if you needed one movie right now to recommend, which one would it be?
That's hard.
Oh, that is tough.
Well, see, the hard thing is they've come out with all these Star Wars TV shows now, too, which are so good. And I would dare say our favorite is probably The Mandalorian of those TV shows.
Really?
So
we are watching Obi-Wan, too.
We're watching Obi-Wan now, too. So
Holy smokes.
That's a hard question.
We'll leave that for another episode.
Yeah.
May the Force be with you. Okay.
and also with you.
Now I feel like I'm in church.
I know.
Okay. All right. This is for you, Michael. Describe AC's favorite coffee mug, since she loves to collect them.
Okay. I got this one. And yes, we do have a plethora of different coffee mugs.
Tons.
I'm going to go with the current favorite right now. The current
Okay.
favorite. We recently went to Disney.
Oh, yeah.
And see, look, she already knows. She already knows.
I know, yeah.
They're Orange Bird. So basically, it was you could
The
probably
Florida
explain-
Orange Commission and Disney did like a collaboration back in like the 70s or something, and they're bringing back Orange Bird now as this cute. He's like a little bird, but his head is an orange, and he's really cute. And I have a mug that looks like him, and it's just adorable, and I can't get over it. So.
Yeah. Every time she sees it, she goes, "It's Orange Bird."
Yeah.
So I'm guessing Michael got that one right.
He did. I
Oh,
would
wow.
say he got that one right. Good
So we're
job.
1 and 1. Here we go.
All
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
AC, what is Michael's favorite dish to cook for you, since he loves to cook?
Okay. I would say, because he knows I love them, the colossal stuffed mushrooms.
Yeah, the mushrooms.
Colossal stuffed mushrooms. It's the first thing that he made for me when we were dating too. So I'd say the stuffed mushrooms.
So describe that. What is that?
It is a giant portobello mushroom cap stuffed with onion and breadcrumbs and spinach and cheese and everything delicious and good. And then it has
Lots
a ton
of garlic.
cheese. Lots of garlic. We love garlic. That's you measure it with your heart, you know.
Always.
Yeah.
And so with a ton of cheese on top of it, and it's giant.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're huge.
I could barely finish one of them. They're huge. So
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe I'm gonna come over and hopefully Michael will make that for me too.
yes.
Anytime. Anytime.
Okay. What is AC's favorite Agatha Christie novel?
Oh.
Oh man. Okay.
Michael, I'm sorry. I had to make this hard on you,
The
right?
difficulty
okay.
level just went up.
It sure did.
Do you want to know something right now? That's
Yes.
really tough. We're in our studio right
Yeah.
now. And behind the camera, we have our bookshelves.
Yeah.
The one with the Agatha Christie books, so I can't even look at the titles, is angled to the side.
I can't
so
even
I
look at
can't
the
even,
spines of the books.
I can't even see that. I'm like kind of, okay. Is my-
No.
Oh,
That's
gosh.
That's by somebody else. I'm sorry.
Oh, gosh. Okay.
But that was a
Boy.
good guess, though.
I know she loves Agatha Christie. I know that.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with
I don't think
Agatha
I've ever
Christie.
told him the title of one
No.
of my favorites.
Okay, I'm going to surrender.
So,
Go ahead. What is it?
I don't even know if I know. Maybe I don't even know if I know actually which my favorite one is, to be honest.
What,
Oh, no.
what a twist.
Oh my God!
The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, though, is a really good one.
Okay.
That's probably up there on my top 5.
Okay.
So,
Which one was that again?
The Murder of Roger Ackroyd. It's got a really cool twist in it.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one. I guess I'm more familiar with the two popular ones.
Orient Express and...
Midnight Train. Or On the Nile, I'm sorry, The Murder on the Nile.
Oh, On the Nile. Okay. Yes. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Orient Express. I
Yeah.
remember we were.
Yeah, that's a
Yes.
good one.
Yes.
Cool.
Well, you both did great.
That was hard. That one was hard.
It's tough. We got to rearrange our bookshelves, honey.
Thank you so much. That was a lot of fun. You both did great in the lightning round. And thanks for participating in the love game. I don't know what I would call that.
That's good.
But this is... Yeah, but this is now on you. I want to, in terms of, you had the new single, You and Me and Jesus, and I wanted to ask in terms of shows coming up and maybe what we have to look forward to this summer from you two.
We have a lot of things coming up here. We've been playing the Puckett's circuit down here around Nashville and the surrounding areas. So we've been playing a ton at Puckett's here and in Franklin, Columbia, Murfreesboro. And then, so we have a lot more of those shows coming. We have a show on July 9th at the Big Butler Fair up in Pennsylvania. And we'll be opening for Chase Bryant up there, which is really exciting. And then we are going to the UK this August.
We're touring the UK in August. We have several shows over there confirmed. One, it's called Nashville Sounds in the Round at Birmingham Symphony Hall. And then the other one is the Millport Country Music Festival in Millport, Scotland. And the third one, it's confirmed, but the ink isn't quite dry yet. They haven't released it to social media yet.
Yes.
So we'll hold that one back. But,
That'll be to be announced on that one.
But we have several shows, and we're really, really excited. Got a lot to do.
No, that's exciting. I know just country music, I feel like in general, is really making a big impact in the UK, England. So I'm really excited for you. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I know that you're doing a few promos over there too, across the pond.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're very excited.
So this is where we want to, how do we find you? How do we listen to you?
Yeah, you can find us on all social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. We try our best.
She's hilarious on TikTok.
At Arbor North Music. Also, arbornorthmusic.com is our website with all of our information and whatnot. And then Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, and any of Pandora, any of the favorite streaming services out there. We're on all of them under Arbor North. And so you can find us there.
Thank you so much, you two. Unfortunately, even though I continue on, I want to ask more questions. I have to let you go. So we really want to hear You, Me, and Jesus. Is there any way we can get that song from you two?
Absolutely.
Wow, we did it again.
I know.
I like that. All right, everyone. This is Arbor North with You, Me, and Jesus.
Wipe your tears, take a breath. Lay your head on my chest. Let me hold you through the night.
Yeah, the world can bring us down, but I still believe somehow it's all gonna be alright. Come what may, the highs, the lows. Well, this life will be hard, but you and me won't. When the waters rise and we face the fire, we'll rest in our foundation, hand in hand, on our knees, nothing between us, you, me, and Jesus.
Have a few fights,
who's wrong and who's right, but I want you to know, at the end of the day, I'm always here to stay. No, you'll never be alone. Come what may, the highs, the lows. Well, this life will be hard, but you and me won't. When the waters rise and we face the fire, we'll rest in our foundation, hand in hand, on our knees, nothing between us, you, me, and Jesus. Come what may, the highs, the lows. Well, this life will be hard, but you and me won't. Oh, when it's time to say goodbye, we'll rest in our foundation, hand in hand, on our knees, nothing between us. 'Cause in the end, even death could only lead us to you, me, and Jesus.
There you go. There was You, Me, and Jesus. That's Arbor North. That is going to be your wedding song, maybe your anniversary song. Maybe you go get married again, you know, in Vegas or something. I know people do that all the time. I also wanted to mention how beautiful the video is. So I just, you know, not only the song, but also the video. So thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
Thank you for playing it.
Yeah.
We appreciate
Yeah.
it.
Well, you're welcome. Hey, good luck, you know, in England and in the UK, but also this summer. You got some big things going for you too, and just we're rooting for both of you as a couple, but as a musician, as a duo.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Nick.
you. That means the world. It really does.
Yep. All right, thank you, you two. Have a great week.
You
You
too.
too. Thank you, Nick.
I wanna take you home